All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back.
We're back. I want to say happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Took a little, holy smokes,
A
took a
lot of
little
turkey.
break.
Ate a lot of turkey.
Ate a
Yep.
lot of food, watched a lot of football, lost a lot of money in my gambling life. But we're here to see another day. Sorry we took an unforeseen break, but it happens with the holidays and things come up. Hope you save some money on your Black Friday shopping, your Cyber Monday deals.
Yes, sir.
But we're here to give you a review and a recap of week 12 and a week 12 top 12 all in one. So I'm going to hit the music because it's back. We're going to get going. It feels good to have that music back in my ears. Welcome back to Average Takes. Shenny, welcome back into the winning seat. Welcome back to the Chargers to the winning seat, both of our teams of this podcast. Even though we cover all teams, if you're new here, me and Roman in the studio.
Yes, sir.
And Shenny above us or next to us, however you're watching this. Roman, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little bit. You took the last recap off.
Been busy this turkey week.
Yeah, I've been busy. You got a new home situation going on, so that's fun. Trevor, how was your Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for?
Coors Light, the best beer in the world. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast because the Rockies are always blue when I need them to be. Thank you.
Thanks, Coors Light. Damn good.
The best beer in the world for the best podcast in the world. I fucking love it.
You're damn right. So we had 3 great games on Thursday. All 3 teams who were favorite won, but all 3 games were a lot better, I think, than expected. Yeah. I truly think so. May not all think. We'll start it off. Bills Lions, first game of the day, early Thursday. If you folks had your Thanksgiving meal for breakfast, you were able to enjoy this game.
Or if you were up cooking.
If you're up cooking, enjoying the festivities. I was cooking away. I don't know about you guys, but Bills ended up hanging on last second to beat the Lions. Lions still very feisty, have kind of turned on a switch since I called out Dan Campbell and called his job out. My bad, guys. But good for them because they've been playing some great football. To me, I think Dan Campbell's kind of locked his job in for this year, honestly. They won 3 in a row after I talked shit. They lose a close one to the Bills. Josh Allen still throwing those red zone interceptions, guys. Is that a concern for you?
Yes, 100%.
What's wrong with him? But
anytime you get in the red zone and you don't come away with points, that is a fucking red flag.
Yeah, and for a team that supposedly has been so good in the red zone and such offensive power, can go down the field like the Chiefs can, kind of fast, is what I mean.
But
and they're flanking it the past couple games.
They're a lot better outside the red zone, getting deep, explosive plays than they are like inside the 20, which is weird, but it makes sense too because a lot of teams' defenses get better. Like I see teams all the time give up 80 yards to the 20 and then the 20 to the end zone, they're locked down. It's like, what the hell? How do you do that every single drive? Like you just give up yards and then you get to the end zone and you don't give up touchdowns.
So there's a couple reasons. Some defenses do get better in that tight zone, like you're saying. The red zone is only 30 yards to work with.
It's Bills easier to cover. It's a smaller space when you have a
smaller space. Yeah. There's also nerves in that situation. There's also schemes. The Bills might not have the greatest red zone scheme. Like they know how to drive downfield. They are not really cashing in as much as I expected them to. And there's also another thing. Josh Allen is forcing some of these plays. Mm-hmm. So Josh needs to take a little step back, relax a little bit. Aaron Rodgers' favorite word, relax. But he's forcing too much in the red zone. So I'm not too worried about it. But like Trevor said,
and I think it's because it's their run game, bro. Like it's not as powerful as it should be. So everybody knows they're going to go to the pass. in the red zone or whatever. So,
well, the last 2 weeks it seems like they've worked in the run game a lot more.
but it's
Yeah,
not.
and I love
it's
it.
It's not
still
producing.
it's still
not
Yes,
not.
it
scary.
is.
You know,
Yes, it is.
It's
not
producing,
scary.
but it's still not as scary as it should be.
Um,
And they're just starting to work Naime Hines into this offense.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, they still have a couple weeks to turn it up. I mean, we're only through week 12. Got a couple weeks of football left. But that was a great game. Next game, Giants Cowboys. This was a great game. I mean, a rivalry game. Cowboys always get that Thanksgiving Thursday nod, as well as the Lions. They ended up pulling this one off. Zeke had a nice game, if I recall. This game was a while ago. Zeke had a tutty. Yeah, was it a good game?
92 yards and a tutty.
92 yards and a tutty. I'll take that. We had some old primetime Zeke back on the field. Saquon had a touchdown too.
CeeDee Lamb was the star of the show.
CeeDee Lamb
killing it. I mean, Dak Prescott and him looked like they were in sync the whole game. He had like 192 yards, I'm pretty sure.
106.
106 for CD.
I saw that.
92 for Zeke.
Yeah. I mean, Cowboys looking good.
Does this Cowboys team look like they could use one Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yes, 100%.
I've tried it. I've
firepower. I don't feel
I've
like
been saying
really need it, but
no, they need it. They need it bad.
They seem better. Why do they need it bad? They're winning.
They don't have firepower wide receivers. They don't have like a true number one wide receiver. They got a bunch of good guys. They got a bunch of guys, but they don't have that number one. You look at the Bills, they have Stephon Diggs. You look at the Vikings, they have Jay Jettas. You look at the Eagles, they have AJ Brown. You know, you look at the Cowboys.
Brown, bro. Like
I can't put CeeDee Lamb in that same conversation as Stephon Diggs, Jay Jettas, and AJ Brown. Honestly, I can't. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Dak's throwing interceptions all the time too. Like, I don't know. Tony Pollard has been really good, but this game he was low key shut down.
I just think the Cowboys have the perfect game right now. They have a nice dual backfield with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. And
speaking of Tony Pollard,
Dalton Schultz is playing pretty good right now. I don't know why, but
he only thrives with Dak though, which is very weird.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like how Dak's spreading the ball out. I feel like this team is playing really well. Defenses could do a little better up front.
The way the Cowboys turned Micah Parsons from a middle linebacker in the draft to a outside D end rushing 90% of the time, and how it's worked has been phenomenal. I want to give all props in the world to Micah Parsons because I thought he was going to be a true on-ball middle linebacker, and the Cowboys drafted another one like they were going to waste his talent, but no. That guy is a game changer at the defensive end.
Game changer.
He has a motor that just does not stop. And it's really helped out that defense. But I do want to talk about one name that has not been mentioned as much this year as I felt like last year is Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, he's not getting as many picks as
he's definitely not all over the field. I mean, some quarterbacks might not be targeting him. I'm not too sure. I'm not all on his stats this year like it was last year, but I feel like I do not hear his name as much.
I think it is that, but that doesn't necessarily translate to the game plan because I'm pretty sure he did give up the most amount of air yards for a DB last year, but he also had the most interceptions for a DB last year. So, like, going into that game, like, game plan, if this guy's giving up the most amount of passing yards, I would attack him, you know? You got to live or die by that stat right there. He either picks it off or he's giving up a touchdown. I'll go that 50-50 route every time, but it's possible that teams just aren't attacking. They have a different scheme. Maybe he's not guarding the same amount of, like, the 8. Maybe he's guarding the 9. I don't fucking know how that shit's working, but
all right, next game we had the Patriots taking on the Vikings in Minnesota and had primetime Kirk Cousins looking mighty nice. This was a primetime games. You get Thanksgiving night game taking on the Patriots. It's a primetime game, and Kirk Cousins showed out. I mean, so did Jay Jettas and the rest of this team, but I want to give Kirk Cousins his props because this Vikings team is not where they are without him. I mean,
Yep.
Little Cuzzy, baby. Little Cuzzy.
gone through a quarterback carousel in the past couple years, even dating back before Brett Favre. Like they've went through so many quarterbacks, and for them to stick with Kirk and sign him to these 1-year deals and whatever, but he's finally kicking on all cylinders. I think we're seeing the best Kirk Cousins, and he's leading this team. I mean, yeah, they've given him the wide receivers and the running backs and the tight ends, but that's what you need to do.
What you need, buddy.
You give guy pieces and they turn up. This is a game that going in, I probably, if we would have had a picking podcast last week, I probably would have gotten talked out of taking the Vikings very easily. But I ended up
no shot
them on my sheet. But I would have because
Kirk
the Bill
Cousins sucks in
Belichick,
prime time,
Kirk
but not
Cousins
anymore.
sucks in prime time.
Yeah.
I don't care.
The way the Patriots like rallied, their defense had been hot. Like I could have easily been switched if everyone was going Vikings. I would have taken that island so quick. So I'm gonna give Kirk his props. I'm gonna give this Vikings team the props because they're kicking it. I mean, I know everyone's called them flukes, and I'm kind of a part of that squad, but they had a good W. That's all I got to say about that.
They're good. I mean, last year I think they were 31st in rushing yards, and this year I think let me see what they are.
Their defense is a lot better this year.
Where is that stupid player? Ramondre Stevenson. I can't even see. Hold on, it's all right. Minnesota. Where is their stupid running back?
Mac Jones had 382 yards though.
Yeah.
Great day, 2
Had a
touchdowns.
Did he really?
Hey.
382 yards, 2 touchdowns, bro.
Damn.
No INTs. I mean,
How many rushing yards did the Vikings have? I mean, the Vikings. How many? The Patriots.
I mean, Dalvin had 22 for 42 yards.
45 yards rushing,
45 yards rushing total for the Patriots.
382 yards passing.
Damn.
That Vikings defense has taken a huge step up.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, Mac did cook them for 382 yards, but you hold them to 26 points. And, the Vikings, I can't let them get away without saying they did have a kick return that saved them this game, that really gave them juice towards the end of the game to win this game.
Because it was pretty close.
Minnesota is now, they're ranked 24th in rushing yards. So a little bit of improvement, but not enough to make me think, oh, wow, that's why they're 8-1, whatever they are. So.
All right. So that was Thursday, Thanksgiving. I am thankful for the fans, our fans, Average Shakes fans.
Yes. Should we go through?
We're going to rip through the rest of the games.
Rest of the games. And then do top 12?
Well, yeah. The last time the episode you weren't here, me and Shinny just went through games and then me and him ripped through our lists and then argued against each other at the end. So kind of how we'll do it again.
BRB.
Okay. Me and Roman got this segment. Don't worry, fans, ladies and gentlemen. We got Texans Dolphins. This game was blown out of the water real quick, real fast.
Tua got hurt though. Scary.
Yeah,
Scary.
Tua got banged up. They should have got him out of the game a little bit sooner, but it's whatever. I think he'll be fine. He looked great. The offense kicking on all cylinders. I know this is the Texans, but Dolphins
Texans bad. Bro.
I mean, if you think about it, Dolphins scored 30 and didn't do nothing second half.
Yeah.
But hey, you did score 30 in the first half.
Defense didn't have to do much. I mean, it was easy for them. It felt like the Texans dropping balls. I mean,
Kyle Allen threw an interception right off rip. I mean, it was just a bad game. Next game, let's talk Panthers Broncos. This game kind of sucked. Sam Darnold got the first start of the season for him. We actually saw 5 quarterbacks get the first start of the season for their respective teams, but Sam Darnold got the start versus the Broncos. And Russell Wilson, buddy, you suck. The Dangerwoods sucks. The Broncos suck.
Everything about you sucks. You got your D lineman yelling at you,
Dude.
on the way back to the sidelines.
I saw a guy on TikTok who's had 12 straight weeks of doing Russ's touchdowns to how many bathrooms he has in his house in Colorado.
What?
Yeah, Russ has 7 touchdowns through week 11. Russ has 12 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Russ has 8 touchdowns through week 12. 12 bathrooms still. He did not add or subtract any bathrooms. But through 12 weeks, Russ has less than 12 touchdowns.
That is
still has more bathrooms to touchdowns ratio. That gave me a nice crack up. I wish I remembered the TikToker's name. But
what do you think
someone posted it on Twitter, that video that I watched, and said, did this guy really expect he'd be doing this through 12 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, you thought you'd do like a quick TikTok thing for like 3 weeks to get someone like, no, he's doing it through 12. And the kid
weeks.
looked upset.
Yeah.
I can't believe he has 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions through 12 weeks.
It seems like he's played, like, I would say he's played 6 or 7 games at that stat line you just gave me.
Oh, 100%. Maybe 4. Maybe even 4.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is, I have no idea. I mean, now the Broncos are kind of a beaten up, batted team.
Do you think
they have? No, they don't do anything. They fucked. They are fucked.
They fucked.
They're fucked. Russ is dead. He stinks. They can't get better. They just can't. Like, they thought they would be better with Drew Lock and all those draft picks. All that. They would guarantee they have the same exact fucking record if they did not make this trade. I guarantee it.
You're not capping. Because Russ is putting up Drew Lock numbers. Literally.
He's so bad. I never expected
they were a year ago.
I looked
same record.
I was looking at fantasy to see, because me being a complete dumbass, I drafted Russ in probably 80% of my leagues, thinking he would be good.
Yes, he did.
So
Good.
I was looking at his fantasy from years past, and this man has never had a fantasy season below ranked 11 QB. This year he's ranked 21, and there's 21 fucking quarterbacks that putting up more points than this guy. Geno Smith is the 7th ranked quarterback in the league right now.
It feels like
all he did
been starting there the whole time. Russ should have been Geno Smith's backup. Is what it feels like.
But I don't understand, like, the weapons the Broncos have. Their defense has been pretty good. It's shocking to me. And you know what's gonna suck is next year I'm gonna remember this year they had, and I'm gonna put it in the back of my head. And next year I'm gonna be down on them, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's the Russ from fucking normal. And Russ could have an average year, and they're still gonna be 8-8, whatever. They'll be 500, and Russ could have an average year. He's having the worst year of his career right now, and I'm gonna remember it forever. Like, there's so much hype into this.
Put a bad taste in your mouth forever.
For four fucking ever. I had so much hype on this team. It was unfucking real.
This was your MVP and Super Bowl prediction team. Like, you had them.
Yeah, I think we can forget about that. No, I think we can forget about that.
Nah, I will never.
No.
But that Broncos team is just bad. I think through the rest of the year, they're just going to end up more and more injured as guys are getting bored.
And I don't know if you guys talked about it, but Melvin Gordon's gone. Just got picked up by the Chiefs. They released him.
Chiefs released him?
No, Chiefs just picked him up. The Broncos released him.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a weird situation. So Melvin gets released, instantly starts posting crazy.
No way that was real. That was not real, was it?
I didn't see what happened.
The picture of him in the Bronco?
The thing you sent me on Instagram or something, that tweet, no shot that was real.
I don't know if that one was real.
Okay, good. Because that was stupid.
I won't mention that one. That could have been a fake one. I don't want to get caught. But the Bronco image was real. That was off his real story. But yeah, they released him. The coach earlier this season said they were not going to release him. He's a veteran and all this, was just getting sad a game. He ends up fumbling like 6 more times after the coach said that. and they release him.
Garbage.
He fumbled his very last handoff with the Broncos. He fumbled so many times. I think he wanted to get off that team. Like, I do not think he wanted to be there.
No way he fumbled on purpose.
What other way gets you out of there quicker? I mean,
I don't know, but it's bullshit that he gets just picked up by the best team in the fucking NFL now.
Best team in the league.
And he's not going to drop another fucking ball, watch.
Now, he's always had fumbling problems. He had those with the Chargers back in the day.
Right.
But what a big FU to Clyde, huh? For the Chiefs wise.
What a big FU to the rest of this Chiefs running back room. Like, they have so many guys there. Don't forget, Rojo is still in uniform on this team. I saw him.
Rojo, Jerick McKinnon, and Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Clyde,
and now
Melvin. Like, they are 5 running backs deep in that running back room.
Yeah, and there's no shot that Melvin Gordon is going to bring.
Started a game in their career. Like, it's not like backups.
Yeah.
They have 5 starters on their team right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. The Chiefs are just loading up the weapons. But yeah, that we were talking on the Broncos Panthers. The Panthers end up winning that game. I talked about Sam Darnold showing up out of nowhere.
Showing up.
Next game, we got the Bengals beating the Titans. This was a back and forth game until the end. Titans just couldn't man up and win this game. Like, they were going back and forth. It was 10-10 at half, 16-16, or 13-13 at one point. Titans field goal, Bengals scored touchdown. Yeah. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
I think Derrick Henry's fumble, to be honest, killed this momentum. Because
they scored on that.
They scored, but it was whoa, like that was close. Like, it didn't give them the momentum they needed. Like, everybody would have been hyped if he took that shit to the house. They would all celebrated and, like, I don't know, played harder. But I feel like he fumbled it, and then somebody else jumped on, and they were like, "Oh, thank God!" But
so I don't think it was them. I think that's how the rest of his day went. And I think that impacts the game so much is him not running 100% because he was thinking about that fumble so much because Derrick Henry doesn't really fumble.
No, he doesn't. And it was I was shocked when he did that. Oh my God.
I mean, I picked him to score
first. No,
I
saw the tweet. Betters that picked Derrick Henry.
I didn't pick him just to score first. I did anytime, and he didn't score. That was a wide ass open touchdown. I had him and Travis Kelce in the parlay. Oh, that would have hit. I had him with a couple. He was my one lock of the day.
That's wild.
And that screwed me. A lot of money actually. But the Bengals are the better team. The Bengals are in the exact same spot they were last year. We called them bozos in the beginning. Are they the better
team though? Because they sucked first half of this game.
They still suck.
If Jamar Chase is on this field, it's 34-16.
No.
Yes.
No, it's
yes,
not.
It is.
T. Higgins
up.
had to go off.
Yeah, T. Higgins did go off, but Jamar opens that offense so much. That was a close game that they went back and forth. Jamar comes back this week, and I think the Bengals just start taking their ascend. Because the Ravens, we could talk about that game.
Hot take. Jamar comes back, and the Bengals lose next week.
I mean, I don't know who they're looking at. I'm just talk as of right now. I haven't looked at the pick'ems yet.
I'm just saying, hot take.
I'm just Stephen A. Smith in it over here.
Is it a good week next week? I haven't even looked at the game.
I haven't looked either. I have no idea who they're playing.
It's a great week. Because it's Chargers Raiders next week. It's always a great week. It's always a great week. But the Bengals,
on fire.
They sneak this one. Bengals sneak this one. That's what they're supposed to do when their best offensive weapon is sidelined for a couple weeks. You have to sneak a couple.
And it was a fishy line because the Titans were +1 underdogs at home. Mike Vrabel in his career as a head coach is 9-0 as home dogs, straight up and against the spread, and then they lose.
Yeah, it was the fishiest line.
And guess what I did?
Bet the streak.
Titans at home, 9-0.
I was also on the wrong side of it, Trevor.
I loved it.
On the wrong side of it. Betting wise.
Streaks got to end sometime.
Pick the right game. All right. I mentioned the Ravens and how they're going to start falling. So I want to talk about that game next. Ravens lose this game with a last-second walk-off 2-point conversion against the Jaguars.
They're just jagging off.
And they're jagging off.
They're jagging off,
Hey,
buddy.
Jags fans.
Christian Kirk is a manimal.
Jags fans, this was the Trevor Lawrence you drafted 1-1. That game.
100%.
That
100%.
fucking game just changed your whole outlook.
Bob's hype. Bob is hype.
Yes, because we
know why he did that?
Trevor Lawrence since the fucking Clemson national title game.
We had
you know why he did that?
Them last year.
Why did he do that, Trevor?
I dropped him in fantasy.
Yeah.
Let's we love those. That's a W. That's a W for us.
And he has the best day of his NFL career.
Yeah, that is the guy that they drafted 1-1. That's the guy Trevor released in fantasy. That is the guy you're looking for every week. So that's what you have to start expecting now. Trevor,
321 yards,
hey buddy,
3 touchdowns.
Hey buddy, congratulations, Trevor. What say his stat line again?
321 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Trevor, congratulations. Trevor Lawrence, not Trevor Sheffield. Trevor Lawrence, congratulations. But guess what, buddy? There's no going back. There's no going back. There is no.
Is ETN hurt?
No.
And it's a
is ETN hurt or no?
No. He came back, was still in uni. I don't know. But Trevor, you can't fuck around no more, because that was a game where you said I can do this. So now Jags fans are going to start expecting more of that. 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, comeback W, 2-point conversion for the W.
They play the Lions next week, so it's a perfect game to show it off again.
You have
another fucking animal game.
Animal game. I got to stay away from that game. Staying away from that line.
Oh, I'm all over it.
But Lamar, he went to Twitter after this game for realsies this time. I know we mentioned Twitter a minute ago. It was fakey. This is for realsy. Lamar, he needs to stay off Twitter. He was out there cussing people out.
He needs to stay off.
Was he really? I just saw one tweet from him.
Dude, he was out there going, what do you even know about football? You staying on the couch. All you do is be eating dick. I not quote for quote, but he was saying those words. Like
I saw him quote some crazy Ravens fans video and just said same.
Yeah,
I saw
because they were talking about that. Makes me feel a little bit better about my outtake, and his outtake was cussing a guy out on Twitter. But yeah, that was a game that the Ravens, you have to win. That's a terrible loss, especially this late in the season. Terrible loss. I'm not even going to consider that a fluke game. That's just a loss. John Harbaugh, you got out coached by Doug Flutie Peterson. That's all I got to say. Because that was a great game by the Jags. Comeback W.
Justin Tucker almost stabbed Jaguar in the heart, though. Justin Tucker was like 2 yards away with a 60. What was 67?
67. That would have been an NFL record breaker of breaking his own record.
And he was 2 yards short, maybe even 1 yard short.
Hey, buddy, you ain't got it. You're just not that guy today, buddy.
What about Jackson DeVille? Wasn't he like a hairless Jaguar?
Oh,
see that?
Yeah, the bodiless Jag.
Yeah, Jackson DeVille.
The mascot with just a dome piece.
Yeah, Jackson DeVille.
The hell's going on around there?
Florida vibes.
Yeah, Florida man seeing this mascot.
Hell no.
Butt naked parading the city.
Butt naked.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, Ravens lose that game. What a terrible game.
Sucks.
Next game,
Birdman.
I would just want to rip through this one. Falcons commie. Taylor Heineke's that dude continues to win, even though he didn't.
No, that game was fucking bullshit.
He didn't even have a good game, but
that game was bullshit. Mariota had the ball on the 5-yard line. The Falcons couldn't fucking score. I don't understand.
Atlanta needs to give Will Compton year 10. If they would have given Will Compton year 10, they would have won that game.
Yeah, they
would have won. Will Compton would have stopped him.
Yes, sir.
Will Compton's that dude.
Dude, commies turned their season around in just a span like that.
The commies are fucking 7-5.
That guy that got shot was
7. Brian Robinson had a day.
A manimal, bro.
Really? He had a good day?
Yes,
dude.
He did.
But that's
did you
like
not
the second week in a row. Second week in a row, 2 big weeks. Bro.
You not see him in the big hat?
Yeah.
I saw him with a big hat, but
I saw you want a big hat.
I just figured you can wear a big hat after a game.
Listen. If any of you average Shakes fans out there love your host, Bob, over here.
I say you
Get
DM.
me a big hat.
DM Brian Robinson. He said he had the plug.
Get me a big hat. Somebody,
I can't wait to wear a big hat to the
Dude.
bar or something.
dude, can you imagine?
Nobody's wearing a big hat.
Oh,
bro. Are you shitting me?
get me a big hat. Get me a big hat. I will wear it.
I'm gonna
If
get a
someone
big
out
hat
there
for
loves it.
Ruben
If
for
someone
Ruben
out
for
there
the
loves it.
fantasy punishment.
How does it even
Roman.
stay on?
That's all about the excitement of getting a big hat is learning the function.
What the fuck?
That's the entire excitement about it. Are you
That's
I'm
kidding?
gonna buy one for Ruben for his last place punishment, Roman.
Really?
Great. All right, next game. We had Mike fucking White and the New York goddamn Jets.
Oh
Yep, this is
The
the white semen bowl. The white semen bowl.
Yeah, we had fucking Simeon playing.
Yeah, he looked good. 10 points.
Bears star quarterback in the making, Justin Fields, was hurt and did not play a lick of this game.
Don't call him a star. Don't call him
I said a star in the making. If you listen correctly, you just heard one word.
Who the fuck is Knight? Who's Knight?
I don't know. But Mike fucking White is who I want to talk about. We just talked about last week the Jets having quarterback problems. Zach Wilson is not him. We all thought before the season, oh, he's a MILF hunter. He is him. Nope, obviously not on the football field. Might be at your mom's house, but not on the football field. Mike White comes in, throws 31 on the goddamn Bears. I know the Bears suck, but
quarterbacks were slinging it this weekend. This is another quarterback, 300 yards, 315, 3 touchdowns.
I'm telling you,
Slinging
Mike
the
fucking
ball.
White. I mean, the Jets.
Hold on. What about this?
Go ahead.
Jets traded for James Robinson, right? Mid-season at the deadline. James Robinson was a coach's inactive this week. Why does James Robinson keep getting fucked over somehow, some way? Is he doing something wrong? Is he like a bad teammate or something? Why does he continue to keep getting fucked over in every situation he goes to?
Do you want me to explain this to you in the matter of a GM? Because I have the answer for you.
Let me explain it from my perspective, and then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Right.
Is it because he's an undrafted running back who's bounced around from 2 different teams now and continues to not necessarily blow up?
Total opposite.
All right.
Total opposite. Because I will give you the mathematical GM because I have sources and insight. James Robinson was traded for what, Shinny? A 6th round pick this year, or for this upcoming draft, to the Jacksonville Jaguars. If James Robinson gets over 750 yards on the season with the New York Jets, that pick goes from a 6th round pick to a 5th round pick. James Robinson already has 250 yards. It is week 12. He is on pace to smash that 750 yards. They don't want that pick to go from a 6th to a 5th.
That's fucking stupid.
So, Shenny, in the mind of a GM, you healthy scratch him. Oh, he isn't 100%. Well, guess what? We don't need him to be. That's
stupid.
That's my sources telling me. And
what's the Jets GM's name? What's his name? Do you know his name?
Gilman.
I'm gonna send him a nasty
I don't
DM.
know if that was right.
I'm gonna send him a nasty message letting him know that he just fucked over my fantasy team.
Isn't it David Gettleman? Dave Gettleman? Or is that the Giants? I don't know.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna DM Robert Saleh.
He has
Fuck you.
415 yards right now.
But with the Jets, he has 250.
Oh, okay.
If he goes to 750 with the Jets.
I mean, everything this guy has produced in pretty much his whole career in the NFL.
Exactly.
It makes zero sense to me why he was a healthy scratch.
Does my answer not make sense to you?
It makes perfect sense.
No, your answer makes sense, but I didn't know that before 20 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. I have sources. I should have fed you that information earlier. Sorry.
You don't know anyone in New York.
I have sources. That answer is the only answer you have.
Fine, I'll believe it until it comes not true.
All
2
right.
weeks.
All right.
Chargers, Cardinals. Chargers pull it out in the last second.
Oh, and you
game.
guys are lucky
And-
as fuck. Because if the Cardinals,
but we're winners, that's for
if the
sure.
Cardinals would have won, oh my God, I would have been all over you saying you
Word.
lost to this bullshit team.
Keyword.
Keyword.
Would have, buddy.
The Chargers find a way to have a heart beating win this week, not breaking.
How big are Brandon
beating.
Staley's balls?
Brandon Staley's job was on the line this drive because you can't fucking lose 3 games in a row. Yeah, I know you played 2 good games, but you can't then go out and drop a game versus the Cardinals when the Cardinals are 1-5 at fucking home. Cardinals are a bad team.
Yep.
The Cardinals coach, Cliff Kingsbury, deserves to fucking find his own way home from here on out. He's goddamn terrible. Cardinals, Kyler said it. Their game plan was blah. It was an L. It was bullshit. Fucking
Chargers ate it up.
It was bad. And guess what? That leads to an L. Unfortunately, I know the Chargers didn't play the greatest game, but Justin Herbert, everyone talked shit on my boy. Everyone said, "Oh, you can't win games in the clutch."
Social media quarterback.
That is exactly what
They're
the
not
world
wrong.
needed to see
Not wrong. 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, motherfucker.
in a game-winning drive.
Play the fucking Cardinals. You're playing the Cardinals who are 1-5 at home, like Bob was saying.
That doesn't matter. It is still a team in the NFL, and it is still a great comeback W.
Yes, sir.
Still a great W. W's a W, as you always say, Trevor.
Right.
W's a W.
Right.
I get to smile on that one. It was a great game. I mean, both sides played a great game.
Ruined my fucking parlay, cunts.
Great game.
I don't want to hear shit about your win.
I'll talk about a
No,
game.
no. Let me chirp on this fucking Chargers team because Mike Williams is a fucking bitch.
He didn't play. You can't talk about him.
He's hurt for 3 weeks with an ankle. Comes in for one fucking play, rolls it again, and then he's out again this week. You are a bitch, Mike Will. I don't give a fuck if you're a Clemson Tiger. I don't give a fuck if you're a Los Angeles Charger. You're a fucking bitch. Put some tape on your fucking ankle, run some fucking streaks. That's all you're fucking good for, and catch the fucking ball. You're a fucking bitch. You are bitch.
Didn't need him. Got a W.
It's definitely annoying at this point of the year because we just had to fucking pay this guy. And what did I say every time before we pay this guy? Injuries are always a problem with the dude. We're gonna give him 20 fucking million.
To sit on the bench because he has a fucking ankle sprain. An ankle sprain.
Like
there is zero chance that he can't run in a straight line for fucking 30 yards. There is zero. I guarantee he can run a straight line for 30 yards. What he can't do is maybe he can't go side to side, but he can run in a straight line for 30 yards.
Put some fucking high tops on. Quit wearing the fucking ankle shoes.
Yeah.
Put some fucking tape on your ankles.
Put
some fucking tape on your ankles.
Because it's
everybody plays hurt. Everybody plays hurt.
And the rest of our team is injured. Like, they're not just hurt. The rest of the team is injured, and we need that fucker.
How can you go out there and see your quarterback have a punctured lung, and then you have a rolled fucking ankle, and you can't suit up? You're out. I can't play this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bullshit. I agree with you, Trevor. I agree with you, Trevor. All right, next game I wanted to talk about that cost me money was the Browns beating the Buccaneers in overtime. This game just felt like fucked from the fourth quarter. It felt like the NFL had money on it. The refs had money on it. Tom Brady had money on it because they could not move the fucking ball. And then when they did, all of a sudden, oh, yep, let's just fuck it all up. Like the Bucs, dude, if they came out of a bye week, Tom Brady doesn't lose after bye weeks. Like this, the Bucs made a terrible decision hiring this head coach.
Who is Denzel Ward still on the Browns? Is he a cornerback?
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at the box score. Mike Evans had 2 catches for 31 yards. That is a recipe to lose every single game when Mike Evans has 2 catches for 31 yards. Yes, Godwin had a career day, 12 catches, 110, and a tutty. But when Mike Evans, your certified number one, has 2 catches for 31 yards against the fucking Browns, The fucking Browns? Are you shitting me? That's bad. That's such a bad game plan. The Browns suck. They literally suck. I don't care if it was a home game. I understand they won Jacoby Brissett's last game as a Brown ever, probably, because now they have fucking Massage Boy coming back from fucking.
boy.
Yeah, that's something we haven't talked about.
Oh, is he come back next week?
Deshaun Watson
No
will be back
way.
week 13.
Oh,
They
that's a
announced
big
it today.
win for them. Then
It is wild to me because this man was accused of getting a massage that he forcefully ejaculated on 25 multiple women.
And Jacoby Brissett has to sit the bench.
And Jacoby Brissett has put in the work, the blood, sweat, and tears behind this Browns team to get them, 4 wins on the year?
4-7.
I mean, this is exactly where you expected them to be at and when Deshaun came back. But I want to give a little bit of props to the man, Brissett, because
did a good job.
You do a good job in the spot they gave you. They put you in a shit predicament because, one, you're the backup quarterback to a alleged rapist.
Not alleged, he is.
Okay. You can say it. He is. But you're the backup to him. And then they go, well, he's been suspended for 11, so you got 12 weeks.
Where do you think he ends up next year?
Then you're done. I think he gets he's going to get an opportunity to fight for a starting spot this offseason.
I don't think so. I think he gets.
You know where he's going to end up? You know where he's going to go?
There are
multiple
teams that could use.
Guess where he's going to go?
Where?
Back to where it all started for him. The Colts.
I mean, that's definitely an opportunity.
Game today, though.
He did. He looked great. Honestly, he did. He looked really good.
Didn't look bad. Was throwing pretty good to Michael.
Yeah, I loved his gameplay today. It was
throwing balls in some tight windows.
Like the second half.
He's trying to save his job for next year.
Ain't happening. He needs
retired.
Who's his backup?
Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, Ellinger.
Oh yeah, from Texas.
And Nick Foles, if we're gonna say his name.
So you think?
I don't think.
Actually, I capped Nick Foles
he's
on
accurate.
the.
You think Jacoby Brissett better than Sam Ellinger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen him play.
I think Jacoby Brissett is gritty. I think he has grit to his name.
Yes.
I think
he's a better Jameis Winston, if you ask me.
Period.
I don't think he is necessarily a playoff ready quarterback, but if you're not trying to win necessarily playoff games, he can get you 7 wins. You know, he's a solid starting quarterback in this league. So and to think that he was
guy that I would love to have on behind a veteran quarterback.
Yes, he is a great backup. If I'll put a label on him, he's a great backup.
He's probably the number one backup. He's probably the number one backup.
Why would the Browns not sign him to be a backup for Deshaun?
Because I don't think he wants to be back in that scenario.
Okay,
backup a rapist.
Wants to go to
if the money is right, the Browns need a backup plan, because what if another allegation pops up as soon as Deshaun steps on the field?
A lot of teams need quarterbacks though, like starting quarterbacks.
Who? The Falcons?
The Panthers, the Falcons, Colts, obviously.
Titans. I don't know how Tannehill's situation is going to be.
Seahawks in that situation.
Seahawks,
Commanders,
maybe. The Commies are definitely. The Rams are a question mark because what's up with Stafford? He could walk away.
The Jets.
The Jets are a question mark.
Mike White.
I mean, there's a lot of question marks out there.
Right.
We can go through the list.
The Bucs.
Yeah,
don't tell me Tom Brady retires now.
Did we say the Texans? Are the Giants sold with their quarterback?
Hey, what if this was a part of Tom Brady's plan? I don't know. It's kind of popped up in my head. What if he was like, I'm going to play another year just so Giselle divorces me, and then I'll retire so I can live my life by myself.
Buddy, they're making playoffs. They're making a run. Don't even.
I think
4-7.
I think Tom Brady is.
They're making a run.
Tom Brady can either be the smartest.
5-6.
That division is all but open. They all suck.
They all do suck. The Saints suck. The Panthers suck. And who else is in there? the Falcons, they suck
Yeah.
because they lost to
You're
the
gonna
fucking
tell me the
commies.
Bucs don't make the playoffs out of that shit fuck of a
You're gonna
division?
say they're leading the
There's that TikTok that
Dude,
Are you
that's what I'm saying.
there's that clip
We're in
there's
the
that
playoffs right
clip
now.
going around. The clip
Alright.
going around where the dude's all like, Tom Brady is gonna win the division 8-9
That's
at a
all-
home playoff
yeah.
game, and he's gonna play Daniel Jones in the first round of the playoffs.
And
And
he turned it on. He
that-
turned it on.
That still looks
real.
believable. That is still very real that could happen.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Because one, the Eagles win the NFC Beast. Two, the Cowboys have a better record than the Giants. Three, the Giants are the second or third wild card team in the NFC right now, and they're gonna get a home game and play the Daniel Jones and the fucking Giants in the playoffs.
I mean, there's a very good possibility, but let's rip through more of these games because playoffs is still a while away.
No, it's not.
We
6
had
weeks.
the Raiders beat the Seahawks in overtime. Josh Jacobs, holy fucking shit.
Manimal.
What a game from Josh
I've
Jacobs.
been waiting for it. I've been expecting this Josh Jacobs kaboom like week 2.
I mean, a lot of people have
He's
been
a beast, bro. He's a
talking about
beast.
it. He is a beast. They just needed to use him the right way for a long time. And that O-line's been bad for a while. But I've been waiting to talk about this segment since we were talking about my boy Tony Pollard a couple segments ago. But with this game, I want to talk about Josh Jacobs and the 2023 impending free agency running back class, because this list is going to blow your socket off. So let me just go through the list and then you guys point some names and give me the oohs and ahs. So your 2023 free agent running back class is, as stated, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders, Tony Pollard, David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, Jamal Williams, Damian Harris, Jeff Wilson Jr., Devin Singletary, Raheem Mostert, Rashad Penny.
Oh my god.
As of right now,
It's a lot of starting running backs.
that is
The only bad thing is,
like
personally,
12 of the top 15 running backs.
yeah, personally, I would hate spending money on a running back.
Yes,
personally,
that is another thing. As running backs hit for agency, they are right in the twilight zone of running back careers because they're at the 26, 27 age. They don't last much longer than that. So a lot of those guys are great running backs right now, and they're going to get good money deals. But
is there any good running backs in the draft this year?
Is Texas's guy?
Yeah. He's going. He's good. I like him. Bijan Robinson, I think his name is
Robinson.
Oh, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
He
He's
is
good.
Texas.
I didn't know he was going to the draft though.
Yeah, he's going to the draft.
He's the only guy who I know off the top of my head that's a beast running back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh Jacobs, he's gonna get paid. Don't let me fool you. Someone's
By
gonna
the Raiders though, or
I think the Raiders will.
No.
I think the Raiders will.
No.
I think they do.
Contract. I think he's balling for the Raiders. He wants to stay.
Let's not forget that this Raiders team is 90% Patriots former executives. They do not pay running backs. Running backs come and go in these styles. This style of formatting of teams. I do not think they pay Josh Jacobs. They're going to have great picks in this upcoming draft. I mean, they're going to have a top 5 pick in each round.
They're going to miss again, like they always do.
But, yeah, I mean, they have a new regime. We'll see. They might fuck it up, but who knows?
No, they're going to draft Alex Leatherhead again. Leatherwood.
But they pull off this W. Carr had a hard fought game. He battled injury.
Did he cry after this game?
I think he cried middle of the game. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, he got that one out.
He didn't have enough tears
before the presser. But Raiders, it was a long time coming. You haven't won a game in God knows how long. It feels like
this is the turning point in their season. They beat a good Seahawks team, and I think they're gonna click now. I think every game they'll be in the rest of the year is gonna be hard fought. It's gonna be very close.
You're not wrong because that has been the Raiders' whole
They have a hard schedule
regime.
Dynamic. That's been their dynamic the last couple years. Is
The last couple years,
they start off slow and then all of a sudden, how are the Raiders in the playoffs? That's kind of how it's been.
Yeah,
Last year they did get. I'll admit it. They did get lucky that the Chargers head coach is a fucking idiot and calls timeouts with
not this week.
10 seconds in so they can kick a field goal so they can win and not go to overtime.
He looked
blah,
out.
blah, blah.
Looked out the sun.
But the Raiders, to me, they play better when they have confidence, and this game should give them a lot of confidence going into next week. And I don't know where the game's at. I hope it's in Vegas, but the Raiders are going to be starting a trend in the right direction.
The game is in
hopefully. Vegas. Yep. See, this is bad sign for you guys. Bad sign.
I'd love to be a dog in this game because it feels like the Chargers are never fucking dogs.
Whatchamacallit? Your corner, is he healthy yet or is he out for the year?
Yeah.
JC Jackson.
Fuck that guy. Who knows? That just like Mike Will, JC Jackson.
Who is gonna guard Devontae? Because remember last game, Devontae had like 10 catches, 141 yards, and you had everyone healthy.
And who won? Who won?
And he had an L.
Who won?
He got the L.
Oh, nice. That was good.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah, you guys are really good.
Thank you.
You beat the Cardinals by 1.
Mm-hmm. Really good.
Really good.
Really, you beat the Colts by 1.
By 1, by 7. Try that.
One
You can never do that.
1 touchdown.
You can never do that.
Oh, I bet you we could.
I mean, we could talk about it.
You could lose to the Jags, but you can't. You couldn't beat the Colts by 7.
I mean, you only have 4 wins. Why are you talking so hard?
Because the Steelers are turning around their season right now.
Oh, turning around. Huh?
You're 3 games back in the division.
And we have 3 division games left.
And both of those teams are making playoffs as of right now.
We already beat the Bengals. We're going to sweep them. We're going to sweep the Ravens. This is bad news.
When did you beat the Bengals?
We did. We went 1-1. My bad. I apologize. We went 1-1. We beat the Bengals week 1, guy. Come on.
Yeah, week 1. Because I was gonna say you just lost it.
Yeah, we're 1-1. We didn't sweep them, but we will sweep the Ravens because the Ravens are bozos. They stink.
And then the Deshaun-led Browns.
Yeah.
Wait till TJ Watt gets a hold of Deshaun Watson. He will make sure he never plays again.
Where was TJ Watt today? I didn't see him too much.
I think he's battling a lingering injury, if I'm being honest, because he only had like 2 tackles today.
Yeah.
And he played every down.
Don't know if he played every down, but the Colts offensive line is one of the best in the league, so I don't.
No.
Quentin Nelson, are you shitting me?
Not this year. This year?
They looked good today, bro.
This year they have not been like one of the top rated
I think they
offensive
look pretty
lines.
good today.
They got those corn-fed boys up front. Trust me, they are dialed.
They're working with like second and third string guys.
Quentin Nelson is definitely not himself, or not like he used to be, but
and their starting center went down mid-game.
Well, their starting center is their head coach now.
Yeah, 10 years ago, starting center.
Oh, my bad. You're right.
Jeff Saturday still coach next year.
No.
As of right now, I do not think so, but we will see. Time will tell. We got to keep ripping in these games.
John Gruden's their coach.
Used to be. Next game, Saints 0 burger versus 49ers. 49ers only put up 13. Saints defense is still good. 49ers, I want them to be better, but they still scare me.
Why? They put up a 0 burger on the Saints.
13 points, though? That's it? That's all you can muster?
I mean, CMC, 32 yards? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I mean, the Saints do have a good defensive game plan week in and week out. But this is still like the 49ers. We haven't seen them pop off yet. They're still scary because they're stacked, but haven't seen them pop off.
3 catches? Come on.
Yeah, see, that's
Jimmy G.
I mean, Jimmy G didn't he like grasp at his knee at one point in this game, screaming a little bit?
Yeah, he did.
I think I saw that clip on Twitter.
But Eli Mitchell's out now, which sucks. I like him as a little change of pace back. But I mean, you have CMC. He's a dog. He's your number one.
I think CMC eats now.
Is
He
Eli
does
Mitchell
really
done
well.
for a year?
Done for a year. Yeah, he's
Damn.
out. He's out 6 to 8 weeks again.
What happened? ACL?
The same knee injury that he had.
Damn. See,
Same exact knee
years,
sprain.
the 49ers have a running back that does this, where he just
What's up, Braden?
continues to get hurt.
What's up with Elijah Mitchell, Braden?
Yeah, dude, Braden.
I mean, they're gonna have another
Even if he
dude.
goes down, Braden, the 49ers are cursed. Cursed
Yeah.
at the running back position.
They're gonna have another dude. They always do. They always have just no-name running backs. Oh wow, this guy's good now. Like, look, Trey Mason, guaranteed he's a bigger role now. He's gonna go off one game. He's gonna score a touchdown. And we're gonna be like, who the fuck is Trey Mason?
Well, we talked about a team with loaded running backs, the Chiefs. And their 5 running back deep squad.
And they shit on the Rams.
They beat up the Rams with the Stafford-less Rams.
I was so
Stafford,
scared of this game.
My sources are telling me Stafford might be done for CZ.
I heard that too.
Forever retired.
This game,
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Because
how crazy this game was.
I would hang it up.
Just
because
if I was him also.
you did it, you won the Super Bowl.
He should have hung it
you
up on
came
the
back.
Super Bowl is what he should have done.
But
No,
he's only
you always after you win, you instantly go like, I could do this forever. Like that's instantly
at
in
his
your head.
age,
No,
though.
but like instantly when you win, like as soon as you win once, you just have that feeling like no one could stop me.
But I also, which is
That's what
shitty,
happened.
I also
Like, people
believe
have these Super Bowl hangovers because they feel like no one can stop me. Nobody.
But I also believe that quarterbacks in Matthew Stafford's stature, they look up to Tom Brady and they see this motherfucker still fucking playing. I have to be. He's the standard, Like if I'm chasing greatness, he's the standard. I have to play until I'm Tom Brady, But I feel like Matthew Stafford has had concussion problems before.
That's what I'm saying. He's always battled injuries. He's always dealt with them. He dealt with them a lot last year. He's mid-30s.
He's 36.
Yeah, he's mid-30s. No one would be ashamed if he hung it up and just went like, yep, don't need the injuries no more. Don't want it. I mean, he's played a great career. He battled so long with the Lions, won a Super Bowl in his first year.
The Rams would be ashamed.
The Rams would be ashamed, but nobody else outside that because he's lived a legacy life. Like that's something everybody who's played on the Lions wants to do. You want to play there forever. You want to obviously win there, but if you have a chance to go win somewhere else, you do. I guess a dream.
I mean, he's had a great number 1 overall pick, Georgia Bulldog, won a Super Bowl.
And those years that the 2 years you play for the Rams, that paid for the rest of your life in Los Angeles. Like that, the move and everything. Like you're no longer living in Detroit. You retire and you live in Los Angeles, California, the rest of your life.
Nah, he's moving back to Texas. He's making that money last. He's making that money longer.
You could do that too, but I mean, I'm a Cali boy. I absolutely love the weather, love the sun. I mean, sunny and 75, 95% of the year is what I pay the rent for.
How many years has he played? Don't you get like some kind of bonus?
After you're like tenured in the league, yes, you get all those players get that.
That's why
he's 13 years in.
He's 13 years in. Like, yes, that is why you want 10 years. You get tenured into positions.
Yeah.
Like teachers who are tenured, it's like absolutely so hard to fire them.
Are you saying 10-year or tendered?
Tenured.
All right.
Means 10
but
years.
it's like the same thing as tenured, but tenured means that you have been there so long that it's just like
you're there.
You're there.
You're locked in. I know what it means.
Yeah.
I know what it means. I took English. Don't worry, I took English.
I don't know. You're asking all them questions. But Chiefs, I mean, we didn't
I'm asking questions for the fans.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Chiefs bully their way 26-10. Still the best team in the league. The
game was scary. The Chiefs were favored 15.5 and they won by 16. How does Vegas know that they're going to win by
Vegas
16?
knows every single game. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Because they write the script, buddy.
They write this script. Can you help a brother out? Can you write a better script for me?
Yeah, can I get in on the script somehow?
No, you shut your mouth over there.
What shot you get in the script?
Help me out a little bit. But yeah, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is just so goddamn good. It's so unfair, but we will see. They seem to mess it up every once in a while in the playoffs. So I think that they're already going to make the playoffs. They're the best team in the AFC. It's just how it is, but it's just how the cookie crumbles.
Jess, this is a look ahead. You don't have to be on this as much as you want, but Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. What's your thoughts? Do you think that's very possible? Do you think that is impossible?
Hate it.
Eagles win by a touchdown.
Oh, they don't, bro. The Eagles stink. They lost
the
the
Kelsey
Commies.
You're talking about the Kelsey Bowl?
In the Super Bowl.
Kelsey Bowl?
The Kelsey Bowl would be a good game. That's all I have to say. Don't care. Next game, you said Eagles. I want to talk about them. Packers took on the Eagles Sunday Night Football, Thanksgiving weekend. Eagles put up a 40 burger. But Packers put up 33 points, and almost there was another quarter. Jordan Love had the ball.
Jordan Love.
This game might have been a different outcome because, hey, man, we kind of got to see why the Packers drafted Jordan Love in the first round. Because he actually looked good. Came out throwing, drove down the field, Christian Watson touchdown. Hey, I've heard this story before. A young quarterback who sat the bench under his older brother, it feels like, Aaron went in for Brett Favre when he got hurt, took over the role, never saw it.
Tom went in.
Brett Favre was also not owed $40 million the next year, though.
Okay, but Brett Favre did fake retire to get to a new team. I could see that happening as well. I could see this going just, like NFL just rewrote its history and went, you know what?
I wish Aaron Rodgers left, bro. I want to see him on a new team ASAP.
It'd be so dope.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it.
Tom Brady on another team. I wish all quarterbacks did it.
Bro, you think about it as every great quarterback you can think of, any quarterback you can say their name, has played on two different teams. It's very rare that a quarterback stays his whole career on one team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially nowadays.
You're not a great quarterback if you stay on your one team your whole career.
I'm telling you,
great.
I've thought about it before, and every quarterback you could think of that is like elite.
That is elite. Yes,
Peyton Manning.
Right. You're
Peyton Manning.
Trevor, you might be more right now than ever.
Drew Brees, 2 teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe Dan Marino. He's the last quarterback I can say that played for one team.
Every elite quarterback there's ever been has played on 2 teams, Trevor. You're so right.
2 or more. I'm telling you, 2 or more.
Because Big Ben sucked his entire career, Trevor. This has been the best take you've ever had, Trevor. You just caught yourself in the worst predicament the last 5 minutes.
Bob got you.
Oh, my heart is racing. This is bad.
So it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because there's a difference. There's a difference between Hall of Fame quarterbacks and elite quarterbacks. There's also a difference between when you win 2 Super Bowls and you don't win anything.
The time has come where Trevor
eat shit.
Yeah, I will. I guess I will with my 2 Super Bowl championships. No, I guess I will eat shit.
None of it matters anymore.
Yep, I guess I will.
Woo, that feels good. Feels great.
It does feel great. I love the Eagles, Super Bowls. I love
Jalen Hurts
I love watching the replays.
That's the only time. That's the only way you viewed it. So, Eagles, Jalen Hurts, MVP.
Absolutely.
As of right now,
killing it.
No,
1,000%.
Who's better? Who's more of an MVP than Jalen Hurts?
Who? There ain't none right now. It's Jalen Hurts. He's running
probably
the ball, scoring.
Probably Big Ben.
Oh, Shenny's so devastated that I got him
Devontae
twisted
Smith
in his
looks
own
good this
words.
game. I mean, this team is that loss put a fire under their ass. I think that was the only one they're going to get this year.
I mean,
That might be a hot take, but I think that's the only loss.
It was
they're
The
definitely-
gonna
commies, the commies opened some eyes for me.
get. And they just shut them all back up this week.
but that was
They played the 4-8 Packers.
And
yeah,
they
but
shit on
who
'em, put a
still
40 burger on the
played
Packers.
good
Thank
ball.
God I had the over, right?
Yeah, the over hit by halftime in this
The
game.
one bet you hit all weekend.
It's better than I did.
No, it's not. I hit my suck my dick mortal lock of the year.
Oh, yours or doctor's?
Mine.
Oh. All right. So we're going into our week 12 top 12. Roman lost his list. So I'll ram through mine kind of like how we did last week. Me and Trevor
See you, Roman.
run through it. And then we will
Wait, we forgot to talk about tonight's game.
No, we mentioned it earlier. We talked Steelers Colts a little.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, I thought we did. Well, you can go ahead and talk about it.
No, it was a great game. Steelers got off to a big lead, and then they lost it, and then they came back and won. Hard-nosed football, gritty team. This team has a very easy schedule the rest of the year. I hope they win out, which won't happen, but we'll see what happens. TJ Watt had probably the worst game of his career, and the Steelers still won. So that just goes to show you the Steelers have lost one game when TJ Watt has played more than 2 quarters. He's just a game changer, and that's how it is.
Yeah, 2 tackles today, bro.
Yep, and who won?
Bag of dicks.
Steelers ended up winning. You're right though. They had this lead. What was it? 10 nothing?
16-3.
16-3.
Going into halftime. They go down 17-16. They just find a way. This team shows immense amount of grit.
Well,
Najee goes out.
Whoa. Let's not forget that the Colts had the all-time blunder of having 3 timeouts and not using a single one of them until the 14 seconds on the clock, and then you use one.
They have an amateur.
We're going to score anyways.
Amateur head coach. They were in the red zone. I mean,
I just think he's never played Madden. That's when coaches don't call timeouts. I just feel like you've never played Madden in your life.
In Madden, why would he want to play Madden?
You don't want to play with yourself in a video game?
Not when you're center.
Play with yourself? Maybe. But let me just run through this good win though, Trevor. I thought the Colts were gonna win. I had the Colts winning, so good win. I'm gonna run through my week 12 top 12. I got Chiefs at 1, Eagles 2, Bills 3, Dolphins 4, 49ers 5, even though that's scary to me. Cowboys 6, Vikings 7. Top 7 stays the exact same as it did last week. This is where it changes all in 1 week. 8, we got the Jets jumping. Good win. Mike White. They found their quarterback for the rest of the season. No Flacco, no Milf Hunter. Bullshit. Mike White is going to take them to the playoffs. I'll say that now. They're in the playoff. If it ended today, I definitely think Mike White leads them there. Bengals at 9. I think they are definitely a scary team in the same exact spot they were last week. Last year. Then Titans 10, Giants 11, and Ravens 12. Ravens, you lose that game, you dropped unmountly spots. Terrible spot to lose, terrible game to lose. Bengals could just take it off from here, and the Ravens are going to find themselves without a quarterback and without a playoff game come January.
Not a quarterback. Who?
Quarterback's gone.
Who?
Lamar. He's gone.
What happened to him?
Free agent. Come January.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, that's awesome. That stinks anyways.
He's a free agent. He could be out of your division come.
I hope the Chargers sign him, honestly.
They
need a new quarterback.
That wouldn't make any sense. All right, next list. Go ahead.
Me or you, Shenny?
You
go ahead,
go.
Trevor. Go. Or Roman, who cares?
I'm going to go number 1, Chiefs. Number 2, Eagles. I think those can be interchangeable. I like both of those teams out number 1. Number 3, Bills. Bills look a little rough. I'm not gonna say too much about them. I don't want to put them too far down because they're still the Bills. Number 4, Vikings. Crawling away. I mean, killing it. Kirk Cousins is that dude.
Too many fluke games for me.
Too many fluke games for you. Number 5, Dolphins. I think they're great right now. Have a great ball of steam with them. Tua going down is a little scary, but I think they're all playing well. Number 6, 49ers. Also team that's playing well. Jimmy G. Hope he's not hurt. Defense is playing good. I like their safety. I forget his name. Mini Troy Polamalu.
Humfunga.
Funga. Number 7 is the Giants. I like the Giants play. This might be based off their record a little
After
bit
a
too
loss?
much, but yeah, I like them. Number 7 is the Bengals after a great win. Like Bob said earlier in the podcast, Jamar Chase coming back. They might jump up in this here picks. I think it's number 9 or 10, the Ravens. They had a bad loss this week, but I still think they're better than most of these teams in the league. Lamar Jackson can turn it on at any time and run over anybody.
I don't think so.
Number 11 is the Titans. Derrick Henry can lead this team a little more. I think they're another offensive weapon away. And the Chargers last for me, number 12.
Oh,
Big
Chargers
win.
coming in.
Jesus.
Big win.
Commies are better than them.
No shot. Big
Holy
win.
smokes.
Have some confidence in this team. I think if Mike Bull plays, this game isn't even as close as it was.
Yes,
a
probably.
little bit more weapons on defense, but 6-5 Chargers not too bad.
Commies are better than them, bro.
I don't agree with either of your statements the last 1 minute.
I'll go. I got 1 Chiefs, 2 Eagles, 3 Vikings, 4 Bills, 5 Dolphins, 6 49ers, 7 Cowboys, 8 Jets, 9 Giants, 10 Bengals, 11 Titans, and rounding out my Week 12 top 12, the Baltimore Bozo Ravens.
All right. Well, there you have it. Our lists are a little different, but all kind of the same, except Roman snuck in the Chargers there, which
Absolutely
surprised us all at
gotta
the
put
end.
the team on my back.
Ready for pick'ems. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I had a good week with being off the pod.
Get your locks ready.
Get the locks ready. I'm ready to win money because I've had a bad week the past 1 week. Yeah, because I won before that. So nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, I was not kidding about my Christmas comment. I do want a big hat. Yeah, any last words?
Go Chargers.
All right. Go Chargers. Love you guys.